Yorùbá tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ yìí gbogbo wa ló máa ṣàǹfààní fún kò ń ṣèyàn kan àtolówó àti tálíkà everybody will be on a equal playing ground. Ó kù díẹ̀ a máa wọnú ètò díẹ̀.
àwọn onílé nígbà tó bá pa dáwà dọ̀hún táwa pẹ̀lú láyé yóò máa sọ̀rọ̀ àjọbí. táwa pẹ̀lú láyé yóò máa sọ̀rọ̀ àjọbí. táwa pẹ̀lú.
Ẹ sọ fún wọn ní Àbújá pé bó wù wọ́n kó tún yọ ẹlòmíì kó fi Yorùbá sí Yorùbá ò ṣe nǹkan kan pẹ̀lú Nàìjíríà mọ́ is a 419 country.
láyé yóò máa sọ̀rọ̀ àjọbí. ó ṣe Yorùbá kó ṣe Yorùbá.
ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation kódà ó kù mixella ẹ jẹ́ lọ gbé laptop wa.
àwa náà ló máa padà wúlò fún ìṣọ̀kan ọmọ Yorùbá ló fi lè rákùn òun ló lè yọ wá kúrò lóko àwọn ẹrú oko ẹrú àwọn ẹ̀dá amúnisìn fúnni lóko ọ̀pọ̀ ẹrú. ó ṣe Yorùbá kó ṣe Yorùbá.
ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation ti wá di fàmì fà yes.
Yorùbá nation ó yẹ kó lè múlẹ̀.
I need my laptop wọ́n ló ní laptop èyí kò ní kọ́ mi. bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
ìṣọ̀kan ọmọ Yorùbá ló fi lè rákùn
Yay.
òun ló lè yọ wá kúrò lóko àwọn ẹrú.
Yeah.
oko ẹrú àwọn ẹ̀dá amúnisìn.
oko ẹrú àwọn politician APC PDP oko ẹrú ni Jorge Biafra.
fúnni lóko ọ̀pọ̀ ẹrú.
Yeah.
Yorùbá nation ó ní láti wáyé tó bá lámọ́ fún.
tó bá gba pé kí máa sọ̀rọ̀ lójoojúmọ́ fún 24/7 ní tí mo lè offer yín nìkan nìyẹn for now èmi ò kì í ṣe jagunjagun but ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà nílé a máa fún yín ní encouragement àwọn kan lè ní come back home ẹ ní sùúrù ẹ̀yin kánjú ni ṣe rí ọ̀rọ̀ come back home yẹn kò ń ṣe Koiki lè fi dẹ́rùbà ó lè dáwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n mi o torí àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n mi wọ́n ní balls kò ń ṣe bíi ti Koiki torí tẹ́ bá ní come back home I've been home for 7 months and we still have the intention of coming home. Ìgbà yẹn lẹ́ẹ̀ tí mọ̀ ẹ kàn fẹ́ máa push ni ẹ̀yin ṣe sùúrù mo kí gbogbo yín tẹ́ ṣe ń wọlé ó kù díẹ̀.
Yorùbá nation ó ní láti wáyé tó bá pa lámọ́ fún.
Tó bá gba pé ká máa pa ẹran ká máa ṣètùtù ká máa béèrè lọ́wọ́ Ifá ká béèrè lọ́wọ́ Ifá pé ọ̀nà wo la tún fẹ́ gbà torí àwọn olórí burúkú tá à ń bá fa wàhálà yìí wọ́n ò fẹ́ lọ. Ifá máa san tá a máa ṣe tífá bá dẹ̀ tí ń san tá a máa ṣe à á máa ṣe gẹ́gẹ́ bí ó ṣe jẹ́ ká ṣe tá a bá tún lọ bá àwọn ẹlẹ́sìn mùsùlùmí à á máa béèrè lọ́wọ́ pé kó tọ́ wa sọ́nà nítorí pé ìjẹ́ ẹ̀sìn kan mo gbé dání tó bá jẹ́ pé jẹ́ ẹ̀sìn ni mo gbé dání ni ó ṣeé ṣe pé wọ́n ti máa arrest mi gan nílùú yìí pé pẹ̀lú gbogbo ohun tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀sìn ni wọ́n wá gbé dání níbí báyìí so kò ń ṣe ìjẹ̀sìn la gbé dání. So that is the reason why we can say all the time tó bá jẹ́ pé káwa náà ká rán àwọn èèyàn lọ sáwọn ìlú kọ̀ọ̀kan bí Saudi Arabia àbọ̀rọ̀ mi ò yé yín nísìn kọ́ lọ máa bá wa bẹ Ọlọ́run tó bá jẹ́ pé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni Ọlọ́run wà torí pé ọlọ́mìn ó fi pé Saudi Arabia nìkan Ọlọ́run wà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ṣe rí gbogbo àwọn òkè Ògùn òkè Olúmọ òkè Ọya òkè ìdí pẹpẹ ìdí ìràbà ìdí kinní kan àdúrà ń gbà níbẹ̀ ìdí tí a ṣe sọ àwọn òkè tiwa tí a appreciate Fúlàní tí ń kidnap wa mọ́bẹ̀ tó bá wá jẹ́ pé àwọn ẹlẹ́sìn Kìrìsìtẹ́nì ẹ bá wa wọnú ẹ̀mí lọ ẹ tẹ̀ bá wa gbàwẹ̀ fún bí 10 days kẹsàn tí Olúwa sọ fún yín pé ṣé ìrìn àjò yìí irọ́ ló wà tẹ́ bá ti lè jáde lórí fídíò pé Koiki irọ́ ló ń pa gbogbo ẹ̀yin mídíà Yorùbá ò lè bọ́ sí ẹ sọ fún gbogbo àwọn church kọ̀ọ̀kan láti redeem títí dé sẹ̀lẹ̀ títí dé winners títí dé gbogbo àwọn church yẹn èmi respect yín bọ̀ tó bá jẹ́ pé irọ́ làwa gbé dání ẹ̀yin ẹ bá Olúwa sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká mọ tó Olúwa sọ fún yín ẹ bá wa béèrè lọ́wọ́ bàbá God pé ìrìn àjò Yorùbá nation tí wọ́n ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ yìí ṣé ọ̀nà wà níbẹ̀ àbí kò sọ́nà but you must do a video so that èmi á rí fídíò yẹn màá wá lọ wò ó pé so àwọn ìyá mi tó ń ṣàdúrà tó ń sọ pé Yorùbá nation máa lọ níbo làwọn Ọlọ́run wo làwọn bá sọ̀rọ̀ because what we need to understand is we are all communicating with one same God whether it's our tradition whether ti oníṣẹ̀ṣe wẹ́dà ti mùsùlùmí kí ló ń pẹ́ lẹ́rìn kẹ́nì ẹ̀yìn ara Ṣàgámù àbí ṣé irọ́ ni mò ń pa ẹni kọ́ ṣe fídíò ẹni Koiki ní kọ́ ṣe fídíò gbogbo sẹ̀lẹ̀ pátápátá gbogbo white garment mo ṣe gbà fún gbogbo yín gbogbo church tó wà ní Nàìjíríà ẹ jẹ́ kí gbogbo wa lọ sínú àdúrà fún 3 days kó má pẹ́ jù. Yes, I should take it away. You finish? Eh? You want to eat more? I should make more for you. What do you want? Baked beans and sausage. You want more baked beans and sausage? Ọmọ Oòduà náà fẹ́ jẹ sausage. Ẹ má bínú mo tún dá ìbátì díẹ̀. Torí nǹkan wò yìí sausage ni. Àwọn kan máa ń jẹ pork. Kò sí nǹkan tó bad níbẹ̀ tó bá yẹ pé nǹkan tó mọ̀ jẹ nìyẹn. Àwọn kan jaja. But eléyìí chicken sausage. Tọmọdé bá wà nílé ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ ló ń jẹ nínú ilé torí tẹ́bí bá pọmọdé tó bá dad I'm hungry o mú kankan jáde you are no longer a dad. It's because of Nigeria. So a máa fi méjì sínú torí kinní tó ń wò yìí máa mú bèlè sókè díẹ̀ torí èlé tó ń wò nísàlẹ̀ yìí ó máa tọ́nà nísìn tí bá ti plug ẹ̀ ìwọ náà máa wòran kò ń ṣe magic o torí kinní ó máa tọ́nà nísìn pàá ó yá sórí tó ń wò yẹ so èmi á wá gbélé síta báyìí màá wá fi kinní sórí bó ṣe wà yìí wọ́n ti pre-cook ẹ̀ kókò heat up there a little bit you understand you get me nígbà tí wọ́n kọ́ dé ìlú yìí Jamaica wọ́n kọ́ bá ṣiṣẹ́ tó bá ní wàgùn àmọ́ kí ló ń sọ lẹ́nu Yorùbá lèmi sọ kí ló ń sọ àṣé èdè wa yàtọ̀ nígbà tó yàdọ̀ rẹ̀ woman náà pátọ́ ló máa fi bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ àjọ ń ṣiṣẹ́ nínú ibi tí mo lè sọ irúṣẹ́ tí mo ṣe mo ti fọbọ́ ní ìlú yìí rí mo sọ fún ẹ pé ẹni tó ń fọbọ́ ní ìlú yìí ó bẹ́tà ju àwọn olórí burúkú politician yín lọ ẹ má jẹ́ ń dá Oòduà dúró ó yá wọnú ẹ̀ ó yá gbẹ́ ó yá ó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ bí a bí 2-3 minutes ó máa ready ó wá náà òun fẹ́ jẹ you want baked beans ọmọ Oòduà you want baked beans ó ti jẹun ok mo ti gbọ́ wàá wá sínú cupboard wàá wá máa wo pé oúnjẹ olówó àbí báyìí o nígbà tó ń ṣe spaghetti lónà òun fẹ́ mo ti gbọ́ I'm making it ayọ̀ mi lẹ́nu wàá wá síbí báyìí wàá wá wo pé ṣé a ní baked beans nílé ó sì kù kún tán tó ń pè ní o lè má mọ̀ tó ń pè ní baked beans it's called baked beans ẹ̀wà baked beans so bó ṣe wà yìí kò lè jẹ́ tán so a máa ṣe kí ni a máa fi sórí èyí tó jẹ láàárọ̀ yìí òun lélẹ̀ kò yó ni àìmọye àwọn ọmọ tó ọmọ àlè nìyẹn ó fẹ́ jẹ mírun ẹ wá máa nà wọ́n bọ́mọdé bá jí gàrí nínú ilé ẹ̀rẹ́ bá máa nà wọ́n gbogbo àpá egbò that is no longer a country ìyẹn ó ti di evil country ẹ jẹ́ àjọ àlùjọ yẹn díẹ̀ sí ká tó máa wọnú ètò àwọn àmì by before 11 o'clock ká tó máa lọ ṣe sáré tó bá jẹ́ pé kí n máa wá lójoojúmọ́ kí n máa encourage yín kí n máa sọ̀rọ̀ ìyẹn lásán ti tó but ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà nílé ẹ̀yin lè máa ṣiṣẹ́ tó pọ̀ jù and again let me say this anything tí Koiki ò bá tí fọwọ́ sí pé èèyàn kan wá lórúkọ wa mo fẹ́ sọ fún bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn náà before I mention his name on the platform gbogbo ẹni tí ó bá náà ń follow Koiki tó wá tún ṣe nǹkan míì pé Koiki ló rán òun kí n tó rán yàn kankan iṣẹ́ màá jáde mo tó báyàn sọ̀rọ̀ èmi tí mò ń bá àgbáyé sọ̀rọ̀ so I'm not scared but I'm gonna tell somebody wọ́n sọ fún pé ó nítorí pé mo ti post orin òun rí pé so at the end of the day and then so what ṣebí mo ti promote orin òun rí lórí platform wa but mo ti pè láàárọ̀ yìí mo ti get it tí bá ti pè máa fún ní warning tèmi ìyá mi tó da ẹ̀mí àtọmọ Oòduà ni a jọ ń pò láàárọ̀ yìí mo ti ń bá ṣe orí kíní ẹ̀ ti fẹ́ ready sórí ó gbóná ọmọ gbọ́dọ̀ fara kan bóyá wà yẹn ó ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ ẹ̀yin tẹ̀tẹ̀ ní nọ́mbà lẹ fi ṣe irú nǹkan báyìí ìlẹ́ni tó bá tẹ̀ nínú ló máa nírú nǹkan báyìí nílé automatic ni bí ṣe gbé sí yẹn sensor ti sọ fún pé nǹkan wà nínú ẹ̀ ó ń ṣiṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ so tí bá ti wọ́n bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn tó bá tún ṣerú ẹ̀ tó gbọ́ dẹ̀ máa gbójú ẹ̀ jáde. Wọ́n ń bá sọ̀rọ̀, àwọn tíìmù wọn ń bá sọ̀rọ̀, ó ní ta ni Koiki, èmi ò ní pé èèyàn kan lèmi o, but kéèyàn kan má ṣe kí ni. Ṣe rí anything that links with àwọn kan lè máa ṣe nǹkan kan tó jẹ́ pé Yorùbá nation, but tó bá ti ní link Nàìjíríà nínú, ẹ mọ̀ pé mi àti Nàìjíríà, ẹ mọ̀ kí DSS bọ́ ṣe ń wẹ̀ mí náà, èmi náà gbọ́dọ̀ máa lé wọn mú, so bó ṣe rí nìyẹn. So ẹ jẹ́ agbálùjọ yẹn díẹ̀ sí, ó kù díẹ̀. Ṣẹ̀gbọ́n nǹkan tí bàbá yẹn sọ, ó ní máa lọ, ó ní àgàgà nínú, ó ní Fúlàní ń pa wá. Mo rí bẹ́ẹ̀ gbọ́n mi gbèjà mi Ọlọ́run, ó ní Fúlàní ń pa wá, ó ní Fúlàní ń pa wá, àgàgà nínú government. Bread lele, you on fire engine, number. Àbọ̀rọ̀ mi ò yé nísìn. Ó ní Fúlàní, people think that Fúlàní tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ is the Fúlàní that is in the. Mo máa ń sọ fún yín pé Fúlàní inú igbó kọ́ là ń bá jà. À ń bá Fúlàní tó wà ní government jà, because àwọn náà jẹ́ kẹ́rẹ́ ayé gbé. They are the wicked ones. Number. The Fulani in the government is the one making life miserable for our people at home. And that is why we are saying that Nigeria is a failed country. I pity those that are saying they are obedient Peter Obi. You think Fulani like Peter Obi, Abi? In your head, you are wasting your bloody time. Peter Obi cannot fix Nigeria. On which constitution? Ẹ̀wẹ̀yẹ tán ní Buratai tó wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ nísìn. Mo fẹ́ kó di 10 o'clock, then we go into the program so that kí n fi sort ọmọ Oòduà out. Ó kù díẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ àbá gbọ́ àlùjọ yẹn díẹ̀ sí.
Òwe Yorùbá kan máa ló sọ pé àwọn kì í ké ní dínkù ẹni. Orí ilẹ̀ bàbá wa Fúlàní yàn jẹ. Olùkọ́ máa kún kó ẹ̀ lákìlẹ̀ fún jẹ.
A wà lórí late night lánàá. My brother Lọ́lá Súnkànmí ó wá pè mí, ó ní nǹkan tó ṣe business ní ibì kan ní Nàìjíríà bí alẹ́ Yorùbá ni, ó ní Fúlàní ti jẹ gbogbo kó yẹ tán, orí bàbá yìí náà ò ní gbà, ó lè dá. Àwọn kan tẹ̀ tún sọ pé wọ́n ní red flag ni, ẹ mọ̀ pé flag kan wà tó ń lò tẹ́lẹ̀, wọ́n ní ká má lo eléyìí. Bàbá Akíntóyè ní tá a bá débi tá à ń lọ, àwọn nǹkan kan wà tá a sì máa change tó máa yàtọ̀. Àbọ̀rọ̀ mi yẹn nísìn, Jorge Biafra, ẹ̀ pé Nnamdi Kanu lọ sí court lẹ́nu àbí, yeah. Go and look at the record in the last 10 years and ask yourself, ó kù díẹ̀, ó ń dín lọ́wọ́ ni, ẹ jẹ́ ń dá ilé padà sínú freezer. Wọ́n ní àbúrò mi yẹn nísìn. Do you know how many Yorubas, how many people in the southwest, how many people that have been kidnapped and killed, raped, men? We can never find all the details. If only you know how many people have been killed in that shit old country. Ẹ like swagger yẹn. Ó yá.
Àwọn Fúlàní ìyànjìnà fún mélòó la fẹ́ ká lè yan ìpínlẹ̀ ibi tàbádé náà ní láti tó gẹ́.
Ó ní ibi tàbádé ó tó gẹ́. So when people say, ṣé o máa bọ́ sí? When? Nígbà wo? It is now. Mo rí ń bẹ̀, Comrade Owóṣebí. Màá bá yín sọ̀rọ̀, ó kù díẹ̀. Yoruba nation is not something that you think is just a social media. Countries around the world are now paying attention to what is going on. That is the latest information that I got this morning. Hey, ẹ̀rí tí mò ń jó, ẹ̀rí tí mò ń jó, tí mò ń jubilate.
Ọmọ Yorùbá wa, ẹ jẹ́ ká sowọ́pọ̀.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká sowọ́pọ̀. Ibi tí ìyà yìí jẹ wá dé is enough. We cannot run a business. We cannot run a successful business. All the youth, you have been sitting at home for 4 months. 4 months. Let me jókòó sílé. 4 good months. And the government do not even think about you. 4 good months. Imagine students that are meant to be productive, to go and learn and have a better understanding. You are waiting for your politicians that are wicked. The politicians are not interested in our youth. If not, the politicians can bring money together and pay off all the lecturers and say that we love you so much and we want you to go back to school. But rather, they want you to become thugs for them. Hey, ó máa dárúkọ bá mi nísìn Ìgbòho ṣá ẹ jẹ́ lọ mú píktọ̀ bá mi wá sí bíbá. Ìgbòho. Ìgbòho owó bàbá dámì Olúkọ̀yà yé Yorùbá owó bàbá dámì yo Ìgbòho yé owó bàbá dámì yo lẹ́rù o yé. Ìgbòho jẹ̀ǹjẹ̀ sílẹ̀ ẹni tó wọ́n ní ìjayà federal government ilé tí rẹ́dì bẹ́ẹ̀. Ẹni tó wọ́n ní wọ́n ló sá kúrò nílé nígbà tó wá bá Ìgbòho ṣá ẹ máa wòran ó ń bọ̀. Ó kù díẹ̀ oúnjẹ ọmọ òdua ti fẹ́ rẹ́dì. Ìgbòho àwa rọra wọ́n mẹ́lẹ̀ díẹ̀. Kò ṣe forí sọ àpáta ńlá ni bó bá forí sọ orí àfọ́dànù. Ìgbòho tó máa jẹ. This is what your politician don't want. Ìyẹn la ṣe ń dán ní London. Fresh, looking fresh is because of all these. Ẹ máa jẹ̀yà dáadáa. The economy will bite you. You will cry out. Má ti bò níbo. Oya, ẹ padà. Ta ló tó ń pè wá láti Nàìjíríà ó dà. Ṣé fẹ́ dá sórí ètò ni torí ẹ fẹ́ pa múdù yẹn o. Ṣé fẹ́ dá sórí ètò ni kẹ́ tó pa múdù mọ́ mi lára. Ṣé mọ̀ pé mo wà live àbẹ́ ẹ̀ mọ̀. Ẹ yẹ gbóhùn sókè. Ó dà máa chẹ́kẹ̀. Máa chẹ́kẹ̀ mo wà live a sọ̀rọ̀ máa chẹ́kẹ̀ mo wà live báyìí máa chẹ́kẹ̀. All right. Ọ̀nà àrẹ́sì yàn. Àwa ọmọ káàárọ̀ ìdílé o. Àwa sọ wá pọ̀ sọ ohun mà ló yẹ wá.
gbogbo
Mo
àwọn
ti bọ́ ní Nàìjíríà láàárọ̀ yìí. Ó kù díẹ̀.
àtàwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ kọ́ntínú ó máa padà lẹ́yìn o. Ọdẹ bó ṣe ń ṣe sọ.
Èmi náà tọ́jú ẹyọ kan tó kù. Mo ò ní fún ní méjì. Ẹyọ kan ní máa fún. Màá wá bá bo baked beans lé lórí.
Ọmọ káàárọ̀ ìjìrè o, ìfọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ tó ohun àtòyẹ wa. Gbogbo àwọn tó ń pẹ́ ìbẹ̀bọ̀ jẹ́.
Àwa lọ gbé fọ́ọ̀mù Oòduà. Ìdánwò Oòduà fi jẹ nìyẹn. Mo pa àwọn ọmọ tí náà ti jẹun láàárọ̀ yìí. We're gonna start the program when I come back now.
Ọlọ́run ló yọ Sunday kòrò. Olùkọ́ yàtọ̀ àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá.
What do you say? What do you say? Yoruba nation? Yoruba nation? Now we come back, we play our anthem, and then we run the program. Ẹ má bínú ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà nílé, a máa ń bọ́ọ̀nì credit yín. Mo kí bàbá wa wo TV lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Kẹ́ni kí ló tún ṣẹlẹ̀ yín ti Ṣàgámù? Ẹ ṣe sùúrù, ẹ ṣe sùúrù. Ẹ jẹ́ àkọ́kọ́ run program ẹ̀ díẹ̀. Kẹ́ tó máa pè wọlé. Mo nífẹ̀ẹ́ gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà nílé. Mo sọ fún yín pé mo ń bọ̀ nílé ní last year and I promised and I came. So tí bá sọ̀rọ̀ nísìn pé Yorùbá nation máa wáyé kò ń ṣe mí. Ìrìn àjò Ọlọ́run ni. Mo ní mo ń bọ̀ nílé last year and I came. Do and say lèmi. Ẹ jẹ́ àgbọ̀ anthem wa. Iṣẹ́ wa fúnlẹ̀ wa, forílẹ̀ ibi wa, kàgbéga, kàgbéga, kàgbéga fàyèrí. Ìgbàgbọ́ wa ni pé bá ti bẹ̀rù làbọ̀ mọ́. Ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká jọlá. Ìṣọ̀kan àtòmìnira, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa lépa. Tẹ̀síwájú fọ̀pọ̀ ire àtòhun tó dára. Ọmọ Oòduà dìde, bọ́ sípò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ. Ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. And a very good morning, good afternoon, good evening. When Koikimedia is out, you should not be surprised because we're media. We can come out anytime without giving any notice. I know some people say our program is this time and that time. I need to put this in the fridge because the weather here is now, I think, it may not my gel later. But it's okay. Let's remove this now. So I'm going to eat it later, but I'm going to put it in the fridge. And then now my gel later. Once again, a very good morning. Let's have a conversation again and look at the issues affecting us as Yoruba people in the contraction called Nigeria. Nigeria, as a lot of us know, is going through a turbulent time. Won't go through a lot. But the politicians are out again, promising heaven and earth. We will fix the economy. We will make our life better. We will treat all citizens as one. And I'm sure everybody knows that is a total lie. Irolubade. The politicians are out, what to jade, with their drums. Murimbe Yami Kiniwu, Yawa Yetunde, and every single one of us. My job on this platform is to educate us, including myself, 1 million reasons that Nigeria has failed every single one of us. And I will prove that again with another video that was sent to me. I hope my lighting is good. If not, I could increase it a little bit. So many calls this morning disrupting the broadcast. Today, for record purpose, is that I like putting whenever you are doing a video. All right. Mo ti take it off. Any comment any yamo. It koni balls could tell if he pictures, you know. If his picture was there, I would have showed you, but he didn't put his picture. He says I'm jobless. At least somebody that is jobless has opportunity in this country that I've lived for 23 years. The opportunity I've had in this country for the last 60 years of Nigeria, majority of those in Nigeria that are still there, that are 60 years old, have not enjoyed it. The benefit that I, Olayomi Koiki of Koikimedia, have enjoyed in this country in the last 20 years, and it all BC Nigeria in 1960, how old would that be? That's about 60 years old, right? They've not, 62. They've not, for not the one that are left Nigeria, the ones still in Nigeria, I can bet my life they've not enjoyed half of what I've enjoyed in this country. I'll repeat that again. Lédè Yorùbá ke lè gbọ́ nǹkan tí mò ń sọ dáadáa. Èmi Ọláyọmí Koiki of Koikimedia. Ìlú yìí mo dé ìlú yìí. Ẹ jẹ́ n ti window yìí because of the àwọn buses wa ló ń lọ yẹn. Kò ságbèrò lórí bus stop. Àbágbèrò ọmọ àwọn MC Olú ọmọ lọ́mọ àti bó ṣe máa yọjú nínú ilé wọn nìyẹn. Wọ́n tún bẹ̀rẹ̀ o àwọn ọmọ àlè. Ẹ ṣáà má para yín sí ìjọba lọ́rùn ìjọba níjọba. Ó ti gun ní go. Ó ti pa o. We're a country. A country that is giving every one of us, including me, high blood pressure for the last 20-something years. I left that shit old country. Ayé tí mo ti jẹ nílùú yìí as somebody that was not born in this country. Ayé tí mo ti jẹ nílùú yìí kò ń ṣe ayé táwọn ọmọ mi jẹ because àwọn tún ní ṣẹ́rẹ́ àwọn ọmọ tàbí oh my God àwọn tún wà ní another cruise làwọn wà. But for me that came here in this country that destroyed the other side of the globe, I want my map to be very close to me. Because mo fẹ́ ká máa rí map here most of the time when I'm running my program. We are John, come on, do it. Eat your food. Láǹkan sí mo kí gbogbo èèyàn lólùfẹ́ wa ẹ má bínú. Ṣé Nàìjíríà ló wà ní? Ó tún bí nípa am I going to school? Ó ní lọ. Ṣé Nàìjíríà ni wọ́n kí n lọ sí school now? Kí ló ti kí ni tó ń okay ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ báyìí. Finally, I stick there. More like lighting, so I'm going to increase it a little bit. Ayé tí mo ti jẹ nílùú yìí. Living in this country, àwọn kan máa ní ayé wo ló jẹ, ṣé rice ló ń jẹ ní, ṣé bá ló ń jẹ ní. I'll tell you why I say the life tí mo ti jẹ nílùú yìí láti 1998, bàbá àti ìyá tó bí ní 1960 kò tí jẹ kọ́tẹ̀. And I'll tell you why in a minute. I can plug in on. So I'm just going to put it here just to give us a bit of extra lightning. That's all. Now is a bit, and I hope it's not reflecting too much. Now it's better, at least. Yeah? You want what? Yeah, eat it. Yeah. Ayé tí mo jẹ nílùú yìí, this one is Inotimoloyi is 6,500K. It's a daylight. Can you see it? Very bright. You can see it? Yeah. Imagine that's what they've give you. It's called 100 watts. This lasts for 15 years. In 10 way, in not a way. Last up to 15 years. And that means is part of what I said I've enjoyed. But the bigger one I want us to keep today is my freedom that I enjoy in this country. Mo mọ̀ tó kí wọ́n pè ní freedom ní Yorùbá. Ẹ tètè bá mi sáré type ẹ̀, ó sápá mi lórí ni. Kí ni wọ́n pè ní freedom ní èdè Yorùbá? Kí ló ń pè ní freedom? Òmìnira. Ṣèbó òmìnira náà lánàá wá. Ǹjẹ́ látijọ́ tẹ̀yìn tí wọ́n ti bí ní 1960 tí a sọ pé ká wá gbọ́ òmìnira, ǹjẹ́ yìí ti rí òmìnira? Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà nílé tó bí ní 1960. Ẹ forget about àwọn tó bí ní 1999, àwọn èèyàn dá kankan mọ̀. Àwọn èèyàn ló pariwo Peter Obi keleleke, Obi Iyoma, Obi wẹ́nẹ̀mẹ́nẹ̀mẹ́. Àná ẹ̀yin tó bí ní 1960, ẹ̀yin ìyá wọn, ẹ̀yin bàbá wọn, ǹjẹ́ ti gbádùn òmìnira? So kí la wá sọ pé à ń jà fún? Òmìnira Yorùbá. Òmìnira Yorùbá. Orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá. So tẹ́mi tí wọ́n bí sí ìlú yìí, a ó pé ẹ̀ ń follow conversation àárọ̀ yìí. Èmi tí wọ́n bí sínú ìlú yìí, mo wá sínú ìlú yìí gẹ́gẹ́ bí àlejò. Wọ́n wá gbà mí tọwọ́ tẹsẹ̀. Wọ́n ní Koiki, tó o bá ti kọjá àyè ẹ, wàá gbé nínú ìlú yìí. Àlàáfíà wà fún ẹ, oúnjẹ wà fún ẹ, o lè ṣiṣẹ́ kitchen porter, kò dẹ̀ máa jayé. Inú ayé kitchen porter yẹn lèmi wá ń send owó sílé. Ẹ mọ̀ pé mo lo ẹlòmíì, mo ń lo ara mi. Ẹ̀yin tó bí ní 1960, tí ní òmìnira tèmi ní nílùú yìí. And that's what we are fighting for. In time torí ẹ̀jà gangan nìyẹn. Nítorí pé ẹ̀yin tó bí ní 1960, ẹ̀yin ìyá wa tẹ́ wà nílé, ẹ̀yin bàbá wa tẹ́ wà nílé, tó bí ní 1960 nígbà independent, tí ní òmìnira. Because ní àdúgbò yín kọ̀ọ̀kan kò sí òmìnira níbẹ̀. Ní ìdílé yín kọ̀ọ̀kan láti agboolé yín kò tí sí òmìnira níbẹ̀. Òmìnira ti di tí àwọn politician, kí ni mo lè fi ṣàpèjúwe? Ṣé kí n lo ṣítò mi? Ṣítò àwọn Ghana lélẹ̀. Torí kíní ó ta, ó yẹ nísìn. Ṣé ń wò? Ṣítò ni mo máa fi ń jẹ ẹ̀wà, mo like ẹ̀wà gan. Sórí ẹ̀yin àwọn politician, òmìnira tó jẹ́ kó jẹ́ àǹfààní. Let's forget about Yoruba nation. Òmìnira tó jẹ́ kó jẹ́ àǹfààní fún gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá, àtọmọ Igbo, àtọmọ Middle Belt, àtọmọ Ìṣẹ̀kírì. Àwọn kan tẹ̀ máa ní kí la máa ṣe pẹ̀lú àwọn ìlú kéékèèké tó wà láàrin wa. Every single one of you, politician dẹ̀ kó yín sínú ata yìí. Ata, ẹ mọ̀ kí mo sọ pé ata ni, it's pepperish. And they put you in there and they lock it up. Ẹ̀yin wá ń gbára yín ní gbò nínú bẹ̀. Ìgbògò. Ó ti yáwó lọ́wọ́ mi kò dá padà. Ìgbògò. Because ọ̀rẹ́ ni tó máa bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ sọ sí kọ́ọ̀tì pé inú ìgò tó wà yìí ó pẹ́pẹ́ gan. Bó tó bá yẹ pé wà níta wàá máa flourish. Just as mo sọ fún yín pé gbogbo tẹ́ ń wò yìí. Àwọn tó wà ní Dubai ó gbóná gan. Dubai is very hot but they are very fresh in skin. Ìyá mi Yétúndé ó ní I hope you are following this analogy. I'll go back again a little bit slower. Whoa, blessed Louis. I was not born here. Mo rìnrìn àjò náà gẹ́gẹ́ bí anybody ni. I was just lucky. Èmi náà lè wà Nàìjíríà, kẹ́nìkan náà máa sọ̀rọ̀ àbò ṣìrè ni. Èmi tí mo ń gbádùn ayé mi. Níbi tá ti ń fagbó tá ń yàgbẹ́ lójú olórí. Tí mo ń gba gàrí ọ̀fẹ́ níbẹ̀ yẹn. Àbókí. Àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá kan tẹ̀ máa ha dẹ̀ máa. Àbókí, make me noodles there, make a chop. Kò lówó lọ́wọ́. And that's what the politicians have done in Nigeria for 62 years. And when I look at the whole structure, do you think that we can repair it? Ǹjẹ́ èrò lọ́kàn ara yín as those that support one Nigeria I'm talking to, do you think one Qatar no gbonagan? Do you think that as of today, 20, I'm sure, our lórí broadcast will be early, mama. Hello, sir. I've ever that seen more lórí program, more lórí live show, bye. All right. I hope you understand. I was given opportunity. I was given hope. And part of the hope that I was given is why I can still be here. Kí lẹ ń pè fún Mr. Kende? Ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ẹ̀ ń wò mí náà ìwé wà lórí Insta kí ni mo gba call. So why are you calling? Mo fi gba call. Tí bá fi gba call, màá ní mo fi gba call. And you do that all the time, my brother. Aṣá sọ̀rọ̀ lánàá. You're watching me right there. You're on Instagram. I know I'm on YouTube. Mo mọ̀ pé fẹ́ dá sí ni. But jẹ́ kí n ṣe analysis. Ibi mo fẹ́ bá àwọn èèyàn sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ̀yin ti gbọ́ àgbọ́yé. Àwọn kan wà tó wà nílé tó ti gbọ́ nǹkan tí mò ń ṣàlàyé dáadáa. Bí a torí pé máa ń sọ pé a máa jà nǹkan kan yẹn. Bí a they just assume automatically that ṣe bọ̀bọ̀ yìí ṣe èrè ṣe máa sọ pé a máa jà ní ara. No. Mo ní wọ́n ti kó yín sínú ìgò. Àtẹ̀mí. I have family there that are close to me bí Ṣọ̀run. And every single Nigerian has been kept in this pepper and they lock it. And everybody's now fighting each other inside it. You know why there's killing, there's rituals? It's because you're not going to flourish. How do you want to flourish inside this pepper? This is mild. How do you want to survive? But a lot of Nigerians are now saying, okay, we understand. We will bring Peter Obi because Peter Obi was the governor of Anambra. He tried his best. He talks a lot. He's a good man. He will fix economy. He will do this. Okay. Àtìgbọ́. Tinubu, come here. Àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá máa tẹ̀lé lẹ́yìn. Ó máa ṣe èmi ló kàn. Go there. Àtìkù. Ọ̀tẹ̀ ọmọ Cameroon nìyẹn. And in reality, do you think that they will give you peace of mind? Ǹjẹ́ rò pé àwọn ará bí yìí máa fún yín ní peace when you think they get there? I'm sure the answer is no. Because somebody saying 1999 Constitution cannot be fixed. It's more than the 1999 Constitution. What I want us to always remember is there is an hidden agenda that the Yoruba people must not progress. It's not just from Nigeria, it's from around the globe. The powerful countries. The countries of the world. I don't have to mention their names, but they are in this map. They know that the moment, it's far beyond 1999 Constitution amalgamation. Countries around the globe, one more way, the moment the Yoruba rise up, according to, you don't have to believe these, according to astrologies, there's a lot of changes in the world. They will do everything. Ẹ máa rò pé báwo làwọn Fúlàní ṣe lágbára, báwo làwọn North ṣe lágbára. We know that they have backings of people around the globe. They're watching me. They're looking at us. But those at home will not be able to see that. Because those at home have been locked in this chili pepper that we are trying to take off. What a coincidence iguatai. It's not about titi toshi. Wọ́n lè má ṣe títì kébí má pa yín náà. Tọ́ ò bá ṣe títì, but tébi ò bá pa yín tó ń jẹ wà tí gbogbo nǹkan wà. You are not going to even worry that they didn't fix the road. It's not about the light. It's about the hidden agenda that the Yoruba people will not want us. They will not want the Yoruba people to progress. Yes, you're right, Ayomiku, my brother. Very early in the morning in America, but some of them are already live with us. And people like us will be target for them. Because what we are doing is we are bringing out message that is different from all these ones you listen to on Journalist Hangout or Politics Today. I am looking 300 years ahead. Imbalewa. Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. Okay then. Let me sort this out quickly. Once again, a very good morning and welcome as we continue to educate ourselves of the hidden agenda that the Yoruba people need to understand, that the world does not want us to progress as people. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn olùṣọ́ tó wà ní gbogbo àgbáyé. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn oníṣẹ̀ṣe. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin pastor, bishop, ẹ̀yin sheikh, alhaji, alhaja. We must do everything. Good morning, Citizen AY, my brother. How you doing? We must push everything to continue to educate our people. Oh, where are you based? If you want the flag, if you're based in UK, we can ship it to you. You have to contact me. This one is the big one, and the other one I was showing is just a smaller size. Just £10. I have to send the deal lost in Nigeria, but it will only be for key people because I only send less than 50 in Tagbara Mekania. That's about £500 worth of flags. But we are planning to do another one that will go longer, which if we continue to get a bit of support, I will do that in mass production. And I expect later on, those that are in charge of central account, they should be able to start producing a lot of fila, asho, and we can distribute to almost everywhere. But from our platform, we will continue to do the little we can do. This flag is already in Nigeria. I can tell you that. So by the way, it's already in Nigeria. Both the big one and the small one. But I'll leave it like that for now. But when it gets to those, I've picked people at random that I want to let them have it first. They will tell you. So let's come back. Let's watch this video quickly. Anytime to Libya, we're not taking calls. Please do not disrupt the broadcast. This video was sent to me this morning. A Fulani man was kept, one Musino prison, and all of a sudden, he disappeared. No, if you want this football shirt, if you're in Nigeria, you contact Omiyale, Saeed, Kasmo, and Omoluka. But if you are in America, Baba Rokpore, Iyawo Moba, Baba Confirm, the one in America, not the one in Nigeria. Who else is in America that also have then Baba Mi Al Maruf? If you're in Germany, I'm not sure whether Yedara has got it. I'm not sure. I doubt it. But if you're in Italy, I think Lady Best have it. And if you're in UK, you can contact all the media. They can actually send it to you. That's for the flags. I mean, the T-shirt for the football. Let's listen to this man. kí lẹ̀ ń pè fún náà ẹ máa disturb broadcast ìyá yìí ẹ dẹ̀ wọ́n pé èèyàn kí pé náà tẹ́jẹ́ pé yẹn nísìn ó ṣó ojú bí ṣe save number yín. Please do not call. I know you're watching me on YouTube. They call again if your number, well, it's not going to show your number, but it will show the way I've saved your number. Please do not call. And tomorrow, she doesn't even call into the program, but you know I'm live. Please, and if I play video, number about show because so don't say I did not mention that, especially those of you that have not saved your number.
ẹjọ́ kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ nígbà tí ẹgbẹ́ àmọ̀tẹ́kùn èmi wá lánàá ó sọ pé àwọn haúsá gba machine lọ́wọ́ mi wọ́n dẹ̀ mú haúsá kan tán lórí machine tán mú pẹ̀lú akọ́pù lọ́wọ́ tán fi sínú sẹ́ẹ̀lì tí tọ́ni tó bá di èmi pé a máa lọ sẹ́ẹ̀kọ́tà ní Àkúrẹ́ mo dẹ̀ ti dé báyìí ní àárọ̀ nìkan bí 7:30 ìgbà tí mo dé àwọn àmọ̀tẹ́kùn sọ pé ẹni tó máa rẹ̀ ó ti disappear kó lórí sẹ́ẹ̀lì.
Did you hear that? Ẹni tí Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn arrest, a Fulani man that committed a crime has disappeared from the prison. How? That is part of a country that is not working. Let's listen more.
ìjọba tẹ́ ẹgbẹ́ bíi sáìlì yẹn jẹ́ wọ́n fọ ní sọ́nà já ọ́fíìsì wọn bẹ̀ náà gbọ́n náà ló ṣe rìn. kí ìtọ́fìtì ó wà lẹ́nu ẹ̀ wọ́n ò ṣe kí wíńdò ẹ̀ lélẹ̀ wíńdò ẹ̀ kéré èèyàn ọmọ kékeré gan ò lè gba ojú wíńdò ẹ̀. ẹ̀jọ̀ kí láwọn ìgbésẹ̀ tó padà gbé nípa ọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ tó lọ tó sá lọ tó ń wọn ò rí wọn. wọ́n pe ọ̀gá wọn gallant sẹ́ríkì wọn sẹ́ríkì ẹ̀ wá ní àná.
I think I locked the door. Remember, it might be more. Yeah, sorry. She shot me. Sorry about that. And I locked the door from behind. I don't know why we're getting a lot of calls this morning.
ìgbà tó wá di èdè báyìí ó ní bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn bí ó wá ní àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ sọ pé òun bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn rí láàárọ̀ àná ẹ ra búrẹ́dì àti mínírà ẹ rà wá ẹ wá fún mínírà tútù àti búrẹ́dì ẹ̀jẹ̀ jẹ́ ọmọ.
I'm going to leave it and come back. This community is now in danger. And you know why? Ẹni tó escape here, they're going to regroup. It might take another 3 weeks. And they're going to come back. And that is why we always tell you, what is the essence of keeping them in the first place? Let's talk about the central account before we move forward. There's a central account, and I believe yesterday I had to guide my mom after we finished the late night. I had to help her, and that's why I say that we want them to review these central account to make it as easy for as many of our Yoruba láti lè fowó sí. My mom put money there yesterday, both the central account and the security one of Òmìnira Yoruba. But what she has to go through, because she could not look, age àwọn ọmọ máa wá ó ti yàtọ̀ sí age tiwa èmi gan bí ṣe wà báyìí a lè má rántí. That's why sometimes sometimes people write things out so that you don't forget. Mélòó nìkan tí wọ́n fi rántí. I had to help her to reset the password. Mo ní láti help wọn láti reset password paper wọn. I ṣe láti add the bank detail because she had one before. A láti yọ bank card tó wà nínú. Mo ń ṣàlàyé fáwọn tó jẹ́ this central account. This is what I did yesterday with my mom. Wọ́n ní láti reset password. Wọ́n ní láti add the bank account before she was able to pay whatever she wanted to give voluntarily to the central account. But we must make it as easy as possible for our people. that would love to donate voluntarily into the central account. And I hope they will look into that. Especially each countries, elewo continent, kewo poke, a ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ mi nìyẹn, ó ti jẹ yẹn, a tún ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ mi, kí ló ń wo, bó ti jẹ yẹn, ó náà wò yó ni. Àbọ̀rọ̀ mo yẹ yín nísìn. They must make it as easy for people, especially if we want continuous donation of maybe £2 every week, £2 every day. But if I was not there and my mom do not have that support, she would still love to donate, but she will not. And I'm sure there's so many people like that that wants to donate, but all these PayPal might not be on this. And if you're going to send money from UK to US, you will pay a surcharge. So Tibafe sent £10 in our county. Bank you charge me £9.50. And the question is it worth it? Well, some might say it's worth it. But I could have given that same £9 back again to the system. That's all. I'm sure they're watching me. I don't have to contact anybody directly or in that. I'm a media. So I'm sure they're listening. And we will continue from our own platform to promote and encourage our people to go and donate because we need this money. So the account that has been given out for the central account is a PayPal and is known as finance@ysdf.ca. Again, ysdf.ca. Then they have this World Remit, which is a Bank of America program lowo, program lowo ton jubilate benti Bank of America ni account yen, and the account number is 31 00 00 5614. I repeat account number here again. 31 00 00 5614. One quick routing. I'm sure Intel America understanding can't mean by that. BRB is short Kotiwa none, I don't know. That one is called routing 02 60 09 593. I repeat it again. 02 60 09 593. And the address is 25 Peel Center Drive. Hashtag 203D. D as in D for dog. Brampton on L63R5. I'm going to try and post all these on the thread, and then I'll also give the details for the security one for Ominira. We need as many people to go and put in their own little one. They do not have Zelle. I was listening to Baba Iloge, I think when they came on the media, and they're saying that they don't want their account to scatter and all that. At this junction, we need a lot of money, and they must put everything that we can get those money as quickly as possible. If I'm not in charge, we want to work together, and we appreciate them, and we are happy from this platform. But they must make it easy for our people to support, to put money in there. People have complained that the Zelle would be better for them, but from what I heard when they came on the media, which was only last week Wednesday, they did say that the Zelle is not part of that. They don't have a UK account. It would be nice if they have one. That's if it's something that is workable. I don't know, because I'm not part of the, those, hardworking fathers, uncles. I've already put the system in there, and I'm going to put the security one as well. We will definitely end this broadcast before 11 because I have to be on Star Radio UK. It is our finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. Tomorrow, I'm going to host Bishop Adesina. We'll be discussing a lot. Iyoni Theory will be live tonight at 8 p.m. Make sure you key in. And to bani data. Try Kelora data. There's a GoFundMe that was set up for the Ominira. At the moment, it has reached almost there about $10,000 at the moment. We need as many people to continue. I will not be able to post this Ominira on Facebook, come bounce a pada. Because Facebook, as far as it's concerned, believes Ominira is a scam according to them. So until we get our country back, there will be a lot of changes before we can operate with anybody. So that is on that. So if you're going to be paying on PayPal, which my mom did yesterday, all you need to put in is Ominira Yoruba 2022, and that donation will be accepted. Like I said, it took myself and my mom almost less than 15 minutes because we have to reset the password. After we finish the program, now. So we hope this is all clear to us. Moving forward, a lot of people, is there any account in location 9? Not to my knowledge, whether it's a central account, but I believe if all is well put together, they could set one in a very close African country that will probably work with us. Maybe Benin Republic. It's just a suggestion. I don't know. But we must, a lot of people back home have money. People are giving me money from Nigeria. I mean, maybe not a lot, but they're supporting our platform. And they're comfortable. And they do not want to be part of Nigeria anymore. Somehow, I got a message from somebody saying, let's contact all our billionaires, to come and support this movement. I said it's entirely up to them. But I expect every Yoruba sons and daughters to be involved in this. When Nigeria, forget it. The country is completely going to go down. When is what people are waiting for? How? We wait and see as we continue to engage ourselves, including those in Nigeria, and then we engage the international community, not to beg them. We're not going to beg any international community, but we will let them know that the Yorubas is a kingdom of its own that wants to go back to where we were before all this crazy magia of one tribe to one tribe. And that's why there's a lot of chaos to one listen. And those chaos will continue if we do not stop it now. Elogman Otiba, our chief, Tola Deni, like I said, I'm going to try and bring him, on either Star Radio or koikimedia. I got to contact him. He says 1,000 years from today, you cannot change the mindset of the Fulanese. So why are we burdening ourselves? We are not appreciated. What about those that don't have up to that amount? But you can donate any amount. It's not a part. That's why I said, if we want to say to those in UK, Emma, £1, but we must make it easy for them to give us that £1. Like I said yesterday on my program, I have somebody, maybe one or two, that are still giving us £1. I see it all the time, and the person knows themselves, and we appreciate it. So what is set there up? So automatically the money goes in there. I don't know whether PayPal have the same option, but a lot of our people, not even elderly people, might not even understand about this PayPal. And we must do everything to make it comfortable. I mean, maybe their website, and I think they're working on that. Maybe people can go on their website and just donate using their card, just as we're buying stuff online. Please, is it tonight? Yes, Mrs. Onitiri is coming tonight, so do not miss it. Go and get a lot of credit. Oh my Lord, Golale. Koiki, is it the same account that all of us around the globe are going to be using? Yes, it is. The central account. It's not Ilano alone. It's a collection of more than 72 different groups. Who's going to be in charge of the money? Good question. It's a collective of the 72 groups that will be in charge. And you cannot, 8 p.m. Lamawa, and you cannot just say, money the woman for me, low man. It will go through a process. But from what I have said, I'm going to give them 3 months. If I don't start seeing things operating in the Yoruba land, in terms of the basic needs of our people, posters, stickers, and all that, I will start winding down promoting that account. I will promote it every day. I'll give them 3 months. Because as far as I'm concerned, I'm not saying that we should say what they're going to buy, but only the filler. All that should be something that they should start producing in large quantity, and we move it from one town to the other. If we have $1 million, we should be able to spend, as much to buy and produce things, and not to sell, to give to our people back home so that we can carry them along. And that is why the central account must be as easy for a lot of our people to support. I'm going to allow 1 or 3 calls while I'm also preparing the ground for Star Radio. We are kitchen on the I got change the background here, say green. So let me see, I think we should be on now because it's 10:32 at the moment. I'm only letting my charge the laptop here. Okay, Star Radio to our on. So let me get my phone.
Gabby Dave. We are UK based.
Kushel. What are they? To be me what?
Daddy,
Check o see.
I try it up in the chair. That one.
So, I can back call me meta because I think shall we leave fasting? No. Okay, we're good to go. So let's take 1 or 2 calls. Please go straight to the call. It's not going to be more than 30 seconds. Kò sí kíkí ẹ máa ní láti kí àti kíra wa tẹ́lẹ̀. Ẹ go caller, ẹ go sókè. Àwọn nìyẹn. Ẹ go ahead straight. Mo ti sọ pé ẹ àmì kíkí.
Pátá ìfẹ́ pé nǹkan ni pé ẹjọ́ ìwé ìrìnnà yẹn ṣé ó máa take time kó tó rẹ́dì ni àbí ẹjọ́ ẹ bá sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ẹjọ́.
Èmi kọ́ ni máa sọ̀rọ̀ lórí. Ìyá onítìrì ló máa sọ̀rọ̀. Tó bá ti wá lórí program, wá fún wa ní update lé lórí. Eshegoni, thank you so much. We're going to allow the next call. 30 seconds, and enough time. Roy. So, hello, caller.
Hello, Mr. Koike.
How are you?
Yeah, Sherry, I want to one South in Bibayi.
Yeah.
I want because
okay.
Bank account
okay.
That's bank this data at the bank so agents land like send the host how look is how our in South Dubai.
Okay.
But I'm account that's my phone as long as I give this South Africa account.
Is the same problem? Thank you, Kingsley. Okay, we got the message. I'm going to let you go, brother, because of the time. It might be South Africa is also wants to donate, but they haven't got the means to get donation. Go ahead straight away from Germany. And the time for call out.
Hello, Mr. Koike.
Go ahead.
Mr. Koike. Ẹ̀wọ̀n tó ń bá mi lẹ́rù mi ṣe wáyé tó ń bá mi lẹ́rù gan. Mo mọ̀ pé Èdùmàrè máa jẹ́ agbára ẹ̀. Bí bẹ́ẹ̀ máa sọ pé how prepare are we? Báwo la ṣe prepare sí? Nípa tó fẹ́ declare. Nǹkan tó ń bá mi lẹ́rù nìyẹn. How security ọ̀fi àkáǹtì lẹ́ǹsìn àti mọ̀ bó ṣe ń lọ. Nǹkan tó ń bá mi lẹ́rù jù lè ní sọ fún yẹn pé how prepare we are. Pé ṣì jẹ́ àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ defend ọ̀rẹ́ dúró tó bó yẹ kàn fẹ́ defend.
Thank you so much. We go straight to the next call. Hello, caller. Hello. Hello, caller. Hello. Soroni. How prepared are we? Will be part of why we need you to go and put money in the central account. That will be something that they will need a lot. How prepared are we is when we all come in and work collectively. Hello, caller.
Hello, sir.
Go ahead.
Hello, sir. Ṣé wà online ni ṣé ṣiṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ni?
Our online, ká sọ̀rọ̀ later. And tó bá ti mọ̀ pé mo online kò ní àní láti go further. Hello, caller.
Hello, Mr. Koiki. Yeah. So nǹkan tí mo sọ máa yẹn náà bá prepare here 80% àwọn ọ̀dọ́ lárẹ́dì ṣùgbọ́n àní jáde gẹ́gẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ṣe gbogbo ṣe ń lọ. And aside that, àwọn ọ̀nà sọ pé Tinubu tí Tinubu bá débà lo 8 years after 8 years ṣáṣọ ní padà síbi tá a ti ń bọ̀. So definitely kò sọ̀rọ̀ mẹ́rin. So we are prepared but a lè jáde because ẹ̀yin náà mọ̀ pé a lè jáde. So
Thank you so much. Again, lọ sọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Àlàbá. Ó yẹ gbóhùn sókè kíákíá.
Hello, Mr. Koiki.
Ẹ káàbọ̀.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ àwa tí a wà ní orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá. Báwo la ṣe lè ṣe tá lè fowó sí sẹ́tà àkáǹtì ẹ náà?
Okay.
So ìyẹn ni mo ní kí n béèrè. Ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ àwọn tó ń béèrè pé báwo la ṣe lè how prepare are we lórí ìpàdé máa depend on everybody máa depend on ẹ̀yọ́ ti sọ̀yìn dípẹ́dípẹ́. Ìyẹn ò ṣe nǹkan tó yẹ kẹ́ bọ́ ṣe máa pè mọ́. Let everybody back to them for himself. Ẹ ṣé gan ni
ẹ̀gbọ́n mi, ẹ bá ń kí ara lé. 10:37, we're just pushing as quickly as possible because I have to go on the Star Radio. But I think that call. Go ahead. Hello,
sir.
Go ahead.
Ẹ kú iṣẹ́ ìlú.
Àwa ni ẹ.
Ọlọ́run á pín lérí lágbọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run. Ẹ ní ṣe lásán. Gbogbo ibi tẹ́ bá ń lù sí Ọlọ́run á jẹ́ kó máa dún ṣe. Mo kí ẹ kú iṣẹ́ takuntakun. Àwọn alálẹ̀ á máa tì yín lẹ́yìn.
Thank you so much. No going back. Allah Vandrosin. I know where a lot of people are. A lot of our people, there's a lot of injustice in Nigeria that a lot of you don't know. And then, hey, kilo today. Go upstairs so that your mom can get you ready. You're going to school. What we need to understand is how prepared are we? I wish I can donate, but I'm in Dubai. I didn't have a job. People are going through a lot. And it was upon they're going through a lot. Don't look at all these countries. Sherry, and one countries and be at Davido, Dubai, Tom Buga, Tom she this, Tom she that. It's different from an average Nigerians that travel to these countries. I think a lot of people are mixing it up that when you see our high-end profile influencer celebrities that go around different part of the globe. Koiki, is that the same central account on Maegun show? No. The Maegun one is a completely different one. Maegun platform is running his own platform and it has nothing to do with the central account. So Maegun is a completely different thing. I think Maegun called his own Yoruba Rescue Fund, which his platform says he wants to run. But this one that I'm talking about is the one, is a collective joint of the Yorubas, known as the Yoruba Self-Determination Movement. And you can also be part of that. And in any different groups. That means Emma have sent representative image to Mawalan. I think they have about 72 at the moment, which is quite good. And they're all accountant and all that. Mourinho, man would be in red outfit there one. I know where everybody is around the world. I found to go around quietly. So that is a completely different thing. Maegun is running his own, which is also going to be useful for the purpose of the Yoruba, which I believe is what he's doing as well. So we got support that. We also ask for support to do what we are doing. Like I said, the bit of the walkie-talkie that we have, that a lot of you, so I said I needed 1,000. We couldn't get 1,000. So that means the little that we have is now on ground in Nigeria. Nobody should call me and say they need a walkie-talkie, please. Nonsense they buy me perform here. I'm not going to take that shit anymore. So this time around, it's only for the people that we believe have to have it. That's all I need to say. I also send the flags. Like I said, the flag, I only sent 50 flags. That's all I can afford. That's about £500 because 10 pounds there can cost me. So that means I've sent £500 worth of item plus the walkie-talkie and some other bit and bit. I don't have to go into details. So I think that's where we are. So tonight, let us go and get enough. Please, sir, it's good to have a UK account number. That's exactly what I've been saying. I'm saying the same thing you're saying. Fuel subsidy, refinery, rehabilitation, GOP 1.3 trillion naira in 5 months, NNPC. Refinery to Shishe, Oje 1.33. Everyone Nigerians, I understand all this figure. I just pity a lot of you that is crying to say we should go and vote in 2023. Vote for who? Imagine. Refinery that is not working, yet is copying 1.3 trillion. Do you know what 1.3 trillion will do? I guess work is still going in progress to create an account for the Yorubas living and willing to donate in Nigeria. Oh yes, they're working on that, but we just want them to work as swiftly as quickly so that we can raise the money. We need, by now, they should be telling us we have about almost $1 million, and I'll be so happy because I know we have a lot to defend ourselves. When I say fight, don't mix my words. We will defend ourselves. We cannot defend our. We have to. And that's what we need to understand. We must defend ourselves. We have a new caller on this well quickly. Hello, caller.
Hello. Ẹ káàárọ̀, ẹ kú iṣẹ́. Mo dẹ̀ kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ mi mọ̀ bóyá ní platform yìí ẹ lè bá wa reach àwọn tó wà in charge of central accounts. Bóyá ó lè lo justgiven.com. Tí àwọn YNF, I believe, tí wọ́n lò is very easy. And I believe everybody can donate all over the world. With their charge, you can upon your transaction, you can just donate £1 to the charity company. Please, everyone raise your up because this central account is so difficult. Please, everyone raise your up if they can use justgiven.com. It's very easy to access. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Chefe, that's what the program ni. Chefe, that's what the program ni. Become more alive, more alert program. All right. 10:44. We're just almost there. Ekere Madu, forensic psychology fault organ donors claim. Okay. Anything about London government? She share less money. A forensic psychology Dr. Lomefo has described David. I don't. Why are they in a hurry? Ejeki UK go. If he's not guilty, they will release him. He will go back to Nigeria. Why are the people in Nigeria wants to, push the UK government? He's not going home anytime soon. Ekere Madu, he will be here. They're not going to release him anytime soon. One match, UK will do all the diligent. Diligent, not a fake, yeah. Okay, they will do all that. So why are they in a hurry? I think it's people want him to come back home. He's not coming back home soon. So all these, trying to bring the boy that is this, is that, is 21 years old. Don't stress around you now. Why are you stressing yourself? So once again, I think people always think that because when we are live or we are out or people know us, maybe I wish I have money to be given to people. I don't have it myself. The only fight I can fight for us is for us to fight it now. Nigerians will still beg more than what they're begging now because the economy has crumbled. And I feel very sad when people say, hey, and this and that. The country is biting a lot of us, including myself, because I have family there. I have to send 9,500 on the NEPA bill, our family make on. And all them are harass money. All these things should not be happening. And that is why we are fighting now. But if we don't fight it together, we will not end up to where we want. But we must fight it together. I understand your pains at home. And that's a big issue that a lot of people need to understand that. The more we are in Nigeria, the more we are in mess. They're talking about 1 point. Federal government, another line, they all these women. She financed the woman here. Federal government rakes in over 2 trillion from a marginal oil field sales, but the money doesn't get to nobody. They steal the money. Our lives is meaningless to them. I mean, they do not care about people that are able, not to talk about people that have disability. Ṣé ìlú tó care nípa àwọn tó ní disability? If you need a football t-shirt, you can contact Alaja Araquin. You can contact Bedu. You can contact myself. I don't have it in stock, but I can also send a number to you for somebody that is asking. There's an upcoming event. We hope next month, which is just about a few days from now, there will be Kilankwe. Mo ti send number sí ìyẹn alàgbà tó ń béèrè fún Jesse. Carnival, Notting Hill Carnival. Next month, la máa mọ̀ bóyá Notting Hill Carnival will go ahead or not. But I'm also aware that they're putting up an event, should all go as planned, in August 28. Hello, caller. I'll go straight to the point.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Hello, can you hear me?
Èmi ò lè gbọ́ yín because ìwà níbi táriwo wà, ṣé ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ move kúrò níbi táriwo wà ká lè gbọ́ yín.
Okay, mo ti kúrò bẹ́ẹ̀. Hello.
Go ahead.
Okay, I don't want the thing to go out. I want to call you personally.
I don't want anybody to call me when I'm live and then you say you want to talk to me personally. It doesn't make sense. Program. So, because I believe every call that is coming through wants to add their voice to the conversation. But personal. Personal should not be now, it should be after. So, I need a small flag in UK. Contact me. We can get that shipped to you with under 12 pounds. And all the production that we're producing out again, as much of it, I'll be sending to Nigeria. It costs a lot of money, especially the big one, that 25 meters. We're planning to have at least about 8 of that if we get the right support. 25 meters. And if we can go to 25 meters, we can bring it down to whatever meters that we want, and then I'll ship that to Nigeria when it's ready. Maybe people can say, stay to me and we will come together, Mr. Koiki, Ebawashe. We will need all these things in preparedness for the D-Day. I rather want a unstable Nigeria to be in anarchy for 4 years so that there's no government and everything shut down. Because right now, people are suffering anyway. When that happens, there will be more spotlight on that country. The reason why there is no spotlight on Nigeria at the moment is because they don't see the country as crisis that is ongoing. Ejekale shut Nigeria down for 3 weeks. You will see the spotlight. Timami spotlight. The media will focus on it. Ekaro Yami, Liz Dada. They will focus on it. In the spotlight. But the reason why a lot of people are worried, and I got a call from Ibitishele Lano, and I'm pleased that from what I heard, people did the right thing as well. I won't say more than that. Somebody very close to the incident that happened. I got a report this morning that they did their own bit. And that's all I can say. The reason why people are scared is and then to backfire. Ọlọ́pàá máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí raid àwọn èèyàn. But tá bá ti dé stage pé ìjáde yẹn tí gbogbo á ti agree pé ìjáde tá à ń bá lọ yìí, that is the final straw. Ọlọ́pàá ò lè wá mọ́ anybody. DSS ò lè wá mọ́ anybody. Ìdí tí kò tí dé stage yẹn ni pé we are still doing it in a civilized way. Tó bá ti di pé kò sí nínú civilization mọ́, táwa náà sọ pé àgbà we no go gree o we no go gree Yoruba nation we no go then that way ọlọ́pàá kọ́kọ́ ni wá ní anybody mọ́ ó máa wá ju ti endsars lọ but kò tí dé stage yẹn but stage yẹn ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ń lé lẹ́ máa kick react kò ń ṣe Igboho you are thinking it's Igboho that will come and do that no Igboho is just to be there and look at things from far but a lot of you are waiting for him to come kó wá bá wa ṣe big rally kó wá ṣe this kó wá ṣe that ẹ̀wọ̀n kan táwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ńsà ṣe fáwọn ọlọ́pàá náà so if you can think of that pé if there's a reaction of more than ọmọdé náà ló ń ṣe tiẹ̀ mí báyìí lọ́wọ́ ọmọdé ọ̀hún lọ school láàárọ̀ yìí anyway yeah one less so I'm free àbọ̀rọ̀ mi yé nísìn ẹ̀ka ọ̀rọ̀ ìyá mi Esther when the push is there then we are not going back in so kò ní sí situation pé ọlọ́pàá máa ṣàyàn ládùúgbò ọlọ́pàá tó fi wá ṣàyàn ládùúgbò tí gbogbo ẹ̀ bá ti dàrú yes there will be chaos àwọn kan máa ní ẹ fẹ́ ṣe chaos níbi táwọn kan tí gbọ́ ẹ má dá wàhálà sílẹ̀ wàhálà ti wà nù Nàìjíríà already wọ́n kidnap wọ́n múyàn wọ́n mú Fúlàní àbọ̀rọ̀ mi ibi àti mo sọ díẹ̀ tí bá gbé fóònù ẹ̀ sókè it always shows myself and ọmọ Oòduà àbọ̀rọ̀ mi ẹ̀yìn nísìn wọ́n mú Fúlàní sínú prison then Fúlàní wá sá lọ níjọ́ kejì and you think that you are not in problem you are in big problem kí lẹ rò pé Fúlàní yẹn máa wá ṣe tó bá bó ṣe lọ yẹn Fúlàní tó mú sínú prison àwọn Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn ló mú Fúlàní ẹni tí wọ́n dẹ̀ sọ pé kó wá níjọ́ kejì o ó débẹ̀ ó náà débẹ̀ wọ́n ní Fúlàní ti sá lọ how and you are telling me that you are not in problem ẹni mi mo fẹ́ dọ́gun sílẹ̀ we are already in a big mess there's chaos already yes let's just expand it that's all but àwọn ò lè wá sílé ká wá expand it ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà nílé lè máa push out I don't know ṣe tẹ̀ ráwọn student ẹ̀yin student ẹ̀ kàn oh my God mo mọ̀rú oògùn táwọn pípọ̀ yìí ṣe fún yín imagine students are sitting at home for 4 months and you are allowing road network to be going up and down ẹ shut gbogbo road network tó lọ sí gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yúgbò ilẹ̀ Yorùbá shut everywhere down títí òkúkú da tẹ́lẹ̀ tẹ́ bá máa fi ju táyà bíi méjì mẹ́ta síta and from there a brew up from there then everything will start if you're in UK you will receive a flag if you're in Nigeria the flags that are sent home is only for some key people for now we haven't got enough to distribute everybody it's only 50 in most sense only 50 and it's only for just few key people that's all so like I said we're all in this together and we must prepare for it as much as we want so I only have 5 minutes Omodoa tí bá ní kí n ṣe ní kitchen mo ní láti change background mi I'll have green kini ẹ̀sìn I can just use I can still have you running there I can just put my laptop there and then we can still be running it but you might Omodoa gbọ́dọ̀ lọ sókè because tí bá filẹ̀ ń bẹ́ ọmọ wa wọnú camera pé kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní bíbá so I think that's all we need to tell ourselves that we will prepare yam pepper scatter oh my word because people are angry ebi ń pa àwọn èèyàn and that reaction will voice out economy collapse the Nigerian economy is zero the Nigerian economy zero ni o the Nigerian economy and I'm not joking. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this as it is.
And then we'll move on because we're going to be having time to look at it. But now it's just global tourism. Now, for your course of Ghana's economic growth, that's what Gachi is saying. The Dean of Cape Coast University Business School, Professor John Gachi, has described the management of the Ghana's economy as problematic.
My pay started, you see, I'm around, but not change. And I'll just leave this on. Then, more kukuli because so there about Paris Radio we just continue maybe take 1 or 2 more calls so we still run this as it is Yeah, I think Nnamdi Kanu appears in court already. That's him there as usual. Again, mute Star Radio. I've just saw that on Mayegun's page right now. So that's our brother Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Ijaya government. In the world. Ijaya government. This and that. The government scared of the two of them. And it is now for us, their followers, to make sure that we are standing firm. Because the Fulani wants to destabilize everybody, you know. The Fulani wants to do everything. Tinubu enter like this, talks with the ministers. Tinubu cannot change anything. Yoruba don't Tinubu will change anything. Tinubu cannot fix anything. And I've been going to post the link here. Okay. If you want to go and watch it from our software, from Star Radio, it's entirely up to you. And if you just want to stay here, I'm going to put the... yeah, more to time. So, I'm going to change that show me. So, bó ṣe jẹ́ nìyẹn, so, ká ṣì wà lórí platform, àbí, mo ní láti close it. Màá kọ́ gbé laptop yẹn sí tòsí bíbá. Ẹ jẹ́ ká máa gbọ́ Archie lọ.
Key challenges from NATO at critical summit after Russia's shock invasion of Ukraine. What issues are likely
to Russia to Ukraine?
Today there's going to be a NATO summit.
Koiki, can you share me some of the horsepower you are using? Ọlá gbogbo iná là ń jẹ. Àdúrà tẹ̀ ń ṣe fún mi náà ni.
Now, I think with Russia, they don't give a monkeys about whatever, whether it's terror, whatever it is, suicide, or whatever. They're just going on. But I was asking yesterday, to what end, after they finish with the Donbass region, are they now looking at destroying the whole of...
okay, MixLR. Thank you so much.
The capital, or what? Now, woman killed by a stranger, a kind soul, friends say. Zara Amina, who was killed in Israel, lit up the whole room. Very pretty lady, and I don't know whether it's another sexual attack that took place. I don't get it. Or the person, the person got some mental ailment or something.
Imagine. Gbogbo àwọn ọdẹ ká máa fi mẹ́kọ̀ọ́ àgbàdo lásán lélẹ́yìí o àgbàdo lásán popcorn. Ẹ jẹ́ lọ change aṣọ ẹ máa gbọ́ Star Radio lọ kí fi dé ẹ jẹ́ lọ mo ní láti lọ change aṣọ mi when Olayomi comes. Tọ́ba dẹ̀ ti play on no mo fẹ́ gbọ́n retí because ó máa affect YouTube mi. You know, YouTube every time tọ́ba ti lo àwọn orin tí kò jẹ́ ká lò ṣe ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ̀ máa play ẹ jẹ́ ká play àlùjọ táwa ń play lẹ́ẹ̀kan tí máa fi dé padà. Àwọn ilé time máa ti pé ẹ jẹ́ ká máa gbọ́ ilé lọ kí n fi padà dé. So when I come back we go straight to Star Radio. Tàbá dẹ̀ ti ṣe tán I continue but 8 o'clock ni ìyàwó onítìrì ń bọ̀ so let's watch this while I come back in a minute. Mo bá mo fẹ́ lọ change ni o. ká lọ sí Star Radio. Hey, Yoruba Nation. Màá ní láti lo background yìí kọ́lá máa ń lò. This is how the studio works, you know. Every presenter, journalist, this is how we do, you know, in preparation for the program. One word from Odu Alowo. I want to say, hey, Yoruba Nation. All right, and then can change the background. Àwa náà ló máa wúlò fún náà. Ẹja àkọsílẹ̀, ẹja padà sí studio. Gbogbo ń tẹ́ kí aráàlú máa enjoy náà lélẹ̀. Okay, àwọn ọmọ ti padà. Èmi ló ń dúró dè o. Èmi ni Achi ń dúró dè. So, ẹ má bínú. At least ẹ ní láti rí ẹ̀mí láti ń dúró dè ti padà. Èmi ló ń dúró dè.
At the moment, I tell you, rest assured,
Èmi ni wọ́n ń dúró dè.
lose hope of living the next
Ẹ jẹ́ ń fi nǹkan pa ètè mi kó lè máa dán.
society kill themselves, they pump themselves out.
Ní wàhálà Koiki tó pọ̀ jù.
Some way, somehow.
Mo ti ní kí Achi àwọn ẹni tó máa ń play kó máa affect YouTube pé mi máa ń rebroadcast. All right, so let me move my lights in here. I think the lighting should be okay. The lighting is good. Now, see money background here. This is how sometimes the background journalists tó wà níta tó ń ṣe program. Boxers ló máa ń wọ̀. No, well, not boxers. Short knicker. Ìjọ kan CNN mo pàdé top journalist wọn. Money, people will not know that you are not putting on a long jeans. Oníṣègùn nìkan lè fẹ́ rí. Lè rí sálẹ̀. So it's good when we show you background like this. We hope you appreciate it. So, ẹ ká jẹ́ kété wa kó dán díẹ̀. Ká fòróró pa. So now let's go to the studio. So at least you can all see me as I'm still live here. And then we continue. Tabashetan, we continue with our own program. Let's now join the studio. Everywhere in my government ijani, I'm on every platform. Tabani lower. I hope it's not too high. It's more fine there. You are in London shouting Yoruba Nation, Nigeria. Come Nigeria. But in one last year, she was about me Ibadan. I was in Nigeria for 6 months now. She was yọjú sí Ìbàdàn rárá. Oh, yọjú sí Ìbàdàn now. Àwọn tó yọjú sí Ìbàdàn rí mi now. Ibo ni wọ́n wà nígbà tí mo wá sí Nigeria. 6 months ni mo fi wà Nigeria. Ó ní mo wà ní London. Ṣé wọ́n pé London ni mo ń gbé ni? Okay, mo ní láti change background. Oh, yeah, we're good to go. Now I can let me phone them now through the Skype. Ó ní mo wà ní London mo pariwo. Àbí ó pariwo tí mo pa make impact fẹ́yìn tẹ́ wà nílé tí ọlọ́pàá abuse tó harass.
On the 7th of July, we'll be going back there to the courts to bring you all that you got to know about that particular case. So don't take the time at all. Don't be worried at all because that already we're in somewhere. And we're going to make sure that you get all the information that you need to get. Next Star Radio UK, share the broadcast with your friends and loved ones and invite them to like our pages as well. 7 minutes past the top of the hour. And it is the morning show. And I'm coming to live with Koikimedia. It seems that I can't see him at the moment. Okay. Now I can see him. Well, so I hope that you enjoyed that tune from Denzel Breakfast. There is nothing that God can do. Don't give up. Don't throw in the towel. Keep on. Keeping on. But I can tell you we are keeping on because I have this online if I keep with me. And let me say good morning to you.
Well, it is a very good morning to you, Mr. Archie. Good morning to all our listeners and viewers from around the globe. It is the 28th day of June 2022, 7 minutes past 11. Looking at the window view, it is quite calm. Couple of roads, vehicles, movement, and I'm sure it's because it is the school hour, and that means that most of the students are already in school. I'm doing very well, and it's good to be back again with you this morning and the rest of the team.
Yes, thank you very, very much. We thank God that you are doing well as well. But let's crack on. Now, first of all, Senator, former Senator or Senate President, Vice President Ekure Madu, who was apprehended by the UK authorities here for organ harvesting case or charge, because they really reckon he was bringing a minor in to do that. Now, it happened that they have sued the Nigerian Immigration Service and what is it? Identity. Let me try to get the name.
Ike Ekere Madu, and Beatrice Ekere Madu.
Okay, Ike Ekere Madu and Beatrice Ekere Madu. They said they've sued the NIMC and immigration. We know that they are incarceration here. They were not allowed a bail, so they are still here in the UK. Now they've done that. That means they did that through their lawyers. Why are they suing this immigration and this NIMC for?
Well, quite a lot has been happening since he is actually the former deputy, Senate president. He's been there since 2003, and as we were aware of, we were at the Magistrate High Court at Oxbridge on Friday, and what we can say is Ike Ekere Madu is still in the custody of the UK government. That means it will still be here till at least the 7th day of July, when he will be returning back again, and that will determine where the case will continue, whether there will be evidence to indicate that maybe the British government were wrong for that allegation. Sometimes allegation does happen, and he would have that opportunity to sue the government here in UK, for the damage of whatever we can call it. But let's first go into what the federal government is also probing. Federal government is now probing the organ donor data privacy breach. And that is why we've got to be very careful from us here in UK. But in Nigeria, everything goes, as we know, because most of the journalists in Nigeria, not every one of them, they are what we call the brown envelope journalists. What we can say, the federal government, through the Nigerian Data Protection Bureau, is now investigating the breach of data privacy of David Inwa Mina, a young Nigerian at the center of the allegation of the organ harvest against the former deputy Senate President Ike Ekere Madu. The development came after the picture of his passport became something on the social media circulating. So that is about that. So that means the question is, who leaked the passport of this, David, that is in the center of this situation? What we were told by the British government is a minor. But looking at the passport that I've been able to have access to myself, I've seen it on the social media, is giving a different date of birth, and is also indicating that he's not a minor. Should we look at it from the passport? But I did talk about, a Nigerian passport is also in the hands of so many terrorists in Nigeria today. So that means for people like us, we do not believe that the Nigerian passport is as valid document, especially when an average person that is not Nigerian can actually acquire that. The question you ask is about the sue that the Ike Ekere Madu. They'll probably not be able to do much while they are in the custody, but they'll be given the legal right, here in the United Kingdom, as they're still being held almost a couple of days away now. Alleged organ harvesting, the headline says, Ike Ekere Madu and his wife Beatrice have now sued NIM and Immigration and others. The former Deputy Senate President and his wife Beatrice have sued the National Identity Management Commission. Again, I remember I went to Nigeria, I think around 2017, when I registered for the NIM. Up to date, I've not been given, the full name itself. We were just given a temporary, paper, and you could just tell that something has gone wrong, between what must have happened, and that's probably why they believe that by suing this, NIM, they're also suing the Nigerian Immigration Service, and they're also suing 2 commercial banks in the federal court in Abuja. Like I said, it's a long process, and those that are in favor, like they will say, of Ike Kirimadu have to be patient and allow the British government to do the diligent work in terms of their own investigation.
Well, listeners, Mr. Olaimi Koiki in our North London studios, and we're bringing you updates from Nigeria. But let's acknowledge a couple of people who have joined us, and we continue. Prince Abimbola Usode says, good morning, White Lion and Mr. Frank. Oh, okay, this is Achi here, Prince. And then let me say good morning to Moses Olaniran. Moses says that, he says, good morning, day and nice stuff. That he says, Biafra should be declared state guns free. Nations after we get them soon. God will, everyone, God willing, every one of the indigenous will be allowed to carry guns for self-defense. Now it goes on, for Zamfara State will be declared gun-free country states soon, according to the news last night. And he says, wow, putting some emoji there, surprise. Then Terry Omo Alade says, Echo Eto. Yeah, good morning to each and every one of you. Post your comments on our Facebook page or the YouTube channel or whatever platform that you're listening to us from. I promise you that we're going to be reading that as well. But let's go back to Yomi. Now, Yomi, today we have Kano appearing before the courts once again. Now, when the president was posed the question, or when the prime minister here spoke to the president in the Commonwealth meeting that was held in Kigali, now he said, well, Kano is a flight risk. They eventually accusing him that because he jumped bail some time ago, and because of that, and he said that he has to answer questions for whatever thing that has gone on. But the question is the court proceedings going to go on at all? And he calling for calm. Are they suspecting or expecting some uprising or something to happen today?
Well, I'm going to give us a background picture of the latest from Nnamdi Kanu as is being put together by the engineer behind the scene. But yes, you're quite right. He's currently in the court, as we know right now. And, just as well, you did not talk about it, Buhari spoke about Nnamdi Kanu case, and I believe it could be that engagement, that took place between Boris Johnson, that was also in Kigali, and Prince Charles were also there as well. And right there is the face of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. Yes, Buhari says he will not give any chance for Nnamdi Kanu, when it comes to, any bail condition. But what we can say is the lawyer argued that Buhari do not have the right, according to, the ongoing court case, to decide, who grants the bills or not. That is meant to be, the court to make that decision. But what the headline that I've got here, and quite a lot of different article that has coming out, Kanu has appeared in court today and also calls for calm, according to what we know. Ahead of the case coming up, which is today, before Justice Binta Nyako of the Federal High Court, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Kanu, has called on his supporter to maintain absolute civility in their conduct, as always been demonstrated. The IPOB leader, who has been standing trial against alleged terrorism, that he was kidnapped actually, by the federal government from Kenya and rendition back to Nigeria, also said he was fully prepared for the court appearance, as he was in good spirit. He has already appeared in the court this morning. Like I said, I've seen the video, and that is his picture that we've just put behind us at the back there. I'm going to come back again to you in the studio. Once again, this is Star Radio UK, your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. And as we speak today, quite a lot of demonstration is ongoing right now. I'm aware of one currently at number 10 Downing Street, and likewise all over the world. His followers and those that believe in the cause of the Biafra, self-determination, which is not a crime under the United Nations and the African Union chapter, are all over the world, again demanding his release.
Well, they're demanding his release, but they haven't any impact at all. That's the question that people seem to be asking. Oluwafemi Rufus, good morning to you and well done to you, sir, as well. Now, the statement that Buhari made, I was just reflecting on it, and I was thinking that it looks like it infers that the federal government has a hand in what decisions the judge is making or taking. Because if the president can come out straight to say that no, he is a flight risk and therefore he will not be granted bail, that means that that's what they have told them. Unless, of course, their representatives, that's the Attorney General of Nigeria, who is representing government on that particular case, that's what is putting across that it's a flight risk and therefore should not be granted bail. But I think it's up to the judge to decide whether, looking at all the options, whether it's a flight risk or not. What do you think?
Well, you're quite right. It is not the the government that decide that. That is from the judicial aspect. Yesterday, was the breaking news of the removal of the former Chief Justice of Nigeria. That has also got a lot of allegation of corruption. That we might talk about. But let's take us back to a tweet that Buhari on his Twitter was removed. Some few months back. Twitter removed that post by the Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari for violating the rules. And when you look at the way Buhari reacts when it comes to the issue of Nnamdi Kanu, you would then want to ask the question, if he can only react to the way the Fulanese terrorists are killing innocent Nigerians across the northeast, the northwest, the middle belt, the southeast, the southwest, and the south-south, you will wonder why the push is not that. But what we do know is there's also allegation of so much embezzlement by the former Chief of Defense Staff Buratai that is currently being put as a bait, in Benin Republic as we speak right now, as also stash of money found in some of his residents, across the country. And the tweet that made Twitter to remove, that tweet that led to a row between Twitter and the federal government is, he was actually referring back to the 1967 and the 1970 Nigerian Civil War and to treating those misbehaving today in the language that they will understand. And that also indicates that this government, as a lot of people have said, have not just only marginalized, the Igbo, it has also marginalized a lot of Nigerians. And from that tweet, it was removed, and that became a question to, is Buhari for the people or for his own kinsmen that are known as the Fulanese?
Well, listeners, it's interesting. Very, very interesting. But I think there's a question there. You're listening to us. I want to see what you think about that. Is the federal government getting their priorities right when it comes to the protection of the citizens of Nigeria? We're looking at Fulani herdsmen going, rampaging, killing people, abduction that is going on, and all that people have to be paying what we call the ransom before their families and loved ones are released. Somebody paid even ransom the next time the person was captured and was murdered. So you ask yourself the question, what exactly is going on? Are the federal government getting everything right? Or, they just want to look at, hey, people who are secessionists, they want to leave the country and therefore we need to clamp down on them. What are you doing? And do you feel very comfortable? Do you feel secure in your own backyard? Well, it is Star Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Adebanjo Yusuf says, good morning, White Lion. Yes, Agbe. I don't know what the Agbe means, but I think Mr. Oladipo will be able to tell us what Agbe means. Good morning, White Lion, Agbe. Okay. But now, let's move on to the Supreme Court crisis that seems to be going on. It looks like the former CJ, the Chief Justice, who just stepped down only a couple of days ago, that was last Sunday, and has been replaced by Ariwola. But they are calling for him to be probed. Why are they calling for him to be probed?
Well, so many people will have to be probed, in Nigeria as far back as 1960 till date. But let's move forward. Just few hours after, the resigning from office, senior advocate of Nigerians, lawyers, civil rights groups, and some branches of the Nigerian Bar Association has just been like people that have been waiting, for him to resign, are now calling for the probe of the former Chief Justice of Nigeria, Ibrahim Mohammed. The allegation against the former CGN should not be swept under the carpet. Mohammed's resignation was made public on Monday morning, according to report. He tendered his resignation on the grounds of ill health. There's also a kind of a twist to whether the government is trying to play down, especially, the current CGA now is a Yoruba man. Maybe that will who those that are campaigning for Yoruba self-determination, or it could also be used as a bait, to decide the case of Nnamdi Kanu as well. But what we can say is, barely after 14 Supreme Court justices in a joint petition level grave allegations of maladministration, financial impropriety against this particular person, the question is, are we going to get justice as we do know? Once again, this is Star Radio UK, your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. I come back again to you in the studio.
Well, listen, it's interesting developments in Nigeria, I tell you all the time. But let me come back to you. Now, do you think that maybe now appointing a new CJ who is is it a Yoruba person? Is he a Yoruba?
Yes, he is, yes.
Okay, he's a Yoruba person. Now over the weekend, when I was reading stories about the former, they said he came from the north and that he was looking at Islamizing the whole of Nigeria. People were, I saw a lot of tweets and Facebook posts that was quite, you see how serious people were about the whole thing. But my question is, appointing a Yoruba person now, do you think it will actually, change the stance of Nigerians, and especially those of you from the south? Would it make you now say that, okay, like you said earlier on, maybe to bring the case of Nnamdi Kanu to a different, and then even the way the federal government is looking at Sunday Igboho's case, where compensation that has been good at the state should compensate Sunday Igboho, everything like that. Do you think that will actually bring a bit of faith and some hope for Nigerians as well?
Well, we'd have to wait and see in the next couple of days and months, in how a lot of the crises, a lot of issues, affecting Nigerians, and the ones that a lot of international community are well concerned, especially the genocide that have taken place, the humanitarian crisis, the IDP. All these, and maybe the new Chief Justice of Nigeria will probably now have to enforce, especially using the name bandit, on some of these criminals that are terrorists as well. And just like you talked about the issue of Chief Sunday Adeyemo Igboho and the issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and we also have a lot of other issues that are pending that will probably be on his table. But is a Yoruba man being changed, from the previous one, to calm things down? Those that believe in the self-determination, I've always said, is not even Tinubu getting a ticket, as we said yesterday when we were looking at what Professor Banji Akintoye said, the leader of the Ilana Omo Oduduwa, said that even Tinubu getting a ticket will not stop the Yoruba struggle to come out of Nigeria peacefully.
Well, interesting one. So if you're listening to one, do you think, at times some say they say black on black crime. You want somebody, you say that you put a Caucasian person there and you do something and people will say that is racism. Okay, when you put a black person there or somebody, their own kind there, and then they will do it to those people, some of them will do it so bad and then worse than what people who does not hail from the same place, geographical area hail from. So are we going to be saying anything different from what the former CGN had done? Or is it going to be same old? Just a matter of time. We all have to wait and see what is going to happen. I'll be following the proceedings at the Nnamdi Kanu case at the moment. That is ongoing. We don't know whether they postponed anything of the sort, but at the moment it looks like it's still going on. It is Star Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station. Let's go back to Yomi for some of the other stories making the rounds. Go back to you, Yomi.
Yes, once again, thank you so much to all our listeners. And let me quickly read this article from a brother, Bayo Oluwasami. Elections can't fix what is wrong with Nigeria is the title. As a lot of Nigerians are, expecting, the country to go into another election, let us look at the timeline on our own on Star Radio UK this morning. Whether there will be an election or whether there won't be, it is now almost 227 days, and that means 13 hours, 33 minutes, and the seconds keeps going down. So let me read a little bit from this article that was posted yesterday. Again, elections can't fix what is wrong with Nigeria by Bayo Oluwasami. So how can we be called Nigerians? How can we be called Nigeria one country? We are not one country. We are of different nationalities. Yorubas are not Nigerians. We are Yorubas of Yoruba nation. Can't elections erase or deny this obvious fact? Absolutely impossible. Nigeria is on a life support. The diagnoses and prognosis are scary and hopeless. Nigerians are living in a country that mirrors in all instances the conditions in the hell, but the selfish, inordinate, and obdurate politicians are hell-bent on conducting the 2023 election. The problems confronting Nigerians are more than what the presidential election or any presidential candidate can fix. The problems of language, religion, ethnicity cannot be resolved by conducting elections. The differences in our values, morals, expectations, institutions, patterns of beliefs, and behaviors that represent our different history, culture, tradition, and aspiration and worldviews can be cemented together in elections. So we leave our audience from Nigeria to decide whether another 2023 election will fix the problem of Nigeria. You want me to come back to the studio?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Everyone there. Now, this is quite an article that the person has written, and that is quite mind-boggling. Because you ask yourself the question, how many people from the South, let me put it that way, have gotten their PVCs? Okay? And are they going to vote? Well, we have a cleric, is it Pastor Adeboye, one of them saying that, well, every pastor in his church should make sure that when members are, whether they are going to inspect whether they come for their PVCs or what. So you ask yourself the question, are you people in the South for the election or against the election? Because if you say, okay, we all decide that we don't want the election, but we don't think the election is going to solve the issue out for us, so we're not going to vote, we're not going to take the PVCs, that is a different ballgame. Then people will know that this is a proper protest. But we don't seem to see that. So that's
well, when it comes to it is something that has been used, to bring our people down. What I mean by that, PVC should be something that you should be able to collect without being enforced to collect. But in Nigeria today, the students and the traders, especially the traders that we know at the bulk of, what is happening. And yes, we do have about 60% of the youth. TBS was being brought to a open where PVC was encouraged, and that is an agenda from the European Unions, because what they wanted to do again as usual is to enforce Nigerians, just as the British High Commissioner says, your hope is on another election, your hope is on the PVC. But the question based on these article that we've just read is, are we sure, based on the ethnicity, are we sure based on our language? Chief Mrs. Modupola will be live again, speaking to some of the media again tonight. She spoke to us about 2 weeks ago. We're having another very brilliant guest tomorrow on Star Radio UK, and we're still working to get in Omoyele Sowore and the rest of them to come and get their views here on our platform. But she said something, remove the language English from Nigeria. What next?
Interesting. Well, if you are listening to us, the question is, you have your PVC, fine. Actually, you are being forced, or he said that you don't have your PVC, you can't do that, you can't do that. But when it comes to voting, would you vote? Would you vote? I want to know your take. But let's acknowledge a couple of people, and then I'll come back to you, Yomi. Shamsuddin Oladipopo says, Yoruba nation, now. Lukman Maus Yobami, yes, had a lot of love to you as well. And Ismail Redwan, Ismail says that Yoruba nation, that's what we want. Okay, yes. So continue to bring your comments through. Let me just quickly check the YouTube, see whether there have been any. Oh yes, there are more comments coming there as well. Comfort Olukunja, I hope I pronounce your name well. He said resuscitation, verified Nigeria dead. He's not saying that Nigeria is already there, so don't do any resuscitation. But what do you think? Should you people be given a referendum? Will you take that one on board, or you go to the elections and it's a protest vote? You vote against. Why are you voting against? Is it the North or the South? What do you do? Well, we'll be seeing that, Yogi.
Well, yes, let's go straight into the other conversation. APC denies raising 6.5 trillion to bribe voters and INEC and officials. Part of the headline this morning. Tinubu travels to France amid running mate controversy is also coming as well in the headline this morning. And let's go back again to look at some other headlines. That's from the politics side. We're going to look at the the business side as well. We do know that there's a lot of ongoing issues. I've been looking at the fuel subsidy, refinery rehabilitation, got 1.3 trillion naira in 5 months in the NNPC. I mean, we're talking about the NNPC where nothing seems to be functioning to the fullest, but yet money keeps being pumped into this part of what should have been taken down, as a lot of Nigerians would like to know. The amount spent as subsidy on the petroleum motor spirit, popularly called petrol, on refinery rehabilitation between January and May this year has now got 1.3 trillion, according to figures released on Monday by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited show. NNPC disclosed this in its latest presentation to the Federation Account Allocation Committee meeting for the month of June. The bulk of the oil firm's spending was on petrol subsidy, which only favors, the big cabal, but not the average Nigerians, as it consumed 1.274 trillion during the 5-month period. While for refinery rehabilitation, NNPC spent 9.11 billion naira in each of the months of January, March, and April, amounting to 27.33 billion. An analysis of the NNPC monthly for subsidy spending indicate a continuous rise in the amount incurred as subsidy by the federal government through NNPC. So definitely some people will be laughing into the bank while Nigerians continue to languish in the situation that they are facing. Federal government to unveil host community trust regulation trust. Broadband penetration tendency decline as telecom battle vandalism as well. Again, federal government rakes in over 2 trillion from the marginal oil field sales as well. So we're going to go straight to one or two more headlines, and then I'm going to come back again to you in the studio. Once again, it is your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London, and it is Star Radio UK, your finest African and Caribbean. Remember to follow us on all our social media handles, and the best way to listen to us is to make sure to download our apps. No man will appoint a governor for Rivers people. That is also coming from the headline. Christian women group decries insecurity in Nigeria. Remember that over the weekend, 2 priests were killed by the terrorists. As we know, I was listening to a terrorist that was apprehended by Amotekun in one of the southwest states. Only for this morning, a video surfaced that same person somehow has now vanished from the prison that he was kept. Let's look at this headline. The Christian Women Fellowship International, a non-denominational women organization that was founded by the preceding Bishop of Church of God Mission, Archbishop Margaret Idahosa, has decried the prevailing insecurity in the country. I'll come back now to you in the studio, and when we go back, we're going to look at what is happening on the social media.
Well, when it comes to insecurity, the question is, what is government doing? And I was saying earlier on, government got their priorities wrong when it comes to the security of people. Instead of tackling the Fulani, the herdsmen menace that seems to be going on, and making sure things are taken alive economically, and making sure people are not marginalized. We see people who are being marginalized and think that, look, we want to have it. And government says, no, I'm going to crack down on those who are trying to agitate that they want to leave. Well, Lukman Maus Ayobami says, we, the youth of Nigeria, are suffering in Nigeria. Natai Shekun Sunday says, recognition, hashtag no recognition 2022, hashtag no going back, hashtag Yoruba Nation exit this year. Oh my, so we've got a Yoruba exit. Yeah, Yoruba exit is going to be happening this year. Well, how many we are in the 6 months? So we've got another 6 months. Will that happen? Well, Lukman says, Lukman, thank you very much. You're watching from Ogun State. I hope Ogun State has got a nice weather today and you're feeling very calm and you're secure, right? May Nigeria never happen to you. And then Kosi Mola Oluwa Damilari. Apologies there. Nigeria is not working. That country is a scam. And people continue to make jokes, comments through. You can just actually see that. Well, it is the Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now, you were talking about these 2 headsmen who have been arrested for killing Lagos residents over the crashed cow. Now, I want you to give us a bit of background to what happened before the cow was crashed. Eventually, I think over the weekend we traveled, and on our way back on the M45 or one of the, I think at the part of there, and there's a crossing where it's a park there. We saw people, a head of cattle on there, and I was saying if it was Africa somewhere, you see that you will have this cow running on the motorway.
And not on their ranches.
Yeah. So you ask yourself the question: what are the government, the rules that or the laws that they put in place? I remember that the governors in the south were saying that they were coming out with rules that they will not allow herdsmen to be just moving their flocks, their heads of cattle just about any way that they want. So what has happened to that?
Well, I think the state that have been able to enforce that we can talk about is Ondo State, and we saw how the terrorist herdsmen, because as far as we're concerned, these are people that are not going to listen to the state directives, but we saw how it has always been. Yes, that news filtered out very, very swiftly and quickly from where a vehicle. As we know, the cows are being moved on the main road, and a vehicle collided with one of the cow, and I think that led to the crush. 2 herders have now been arrested from what we heard on this headline. Lagos resident over the crush of a cow. Like we do say, Nigeria never happened to you. One of them was a conductor that was killed. I saw his video and his picture lying flat on the ground, and this happened very close in Lagos, in somewhere in Badagry. The two yet to be on the identity cattle herders on Monday reportedly stabbed a man to death in protest against killing of a cow around Agemo in Badagry area of Lagos. The herders were crossing the expressway, which you were talking about here in UK. I was traveling as well over the weekend to Luton. I was able to see some of the cows that are being kept in their ranches. They are not coming onto the main road, because if they've done so, not only would the vehicle kill them, but they would also create a lot of accident if you're driving about at least 60 to 70 miles per hour. So what we can say is, one person, the bus conductor, was stabbed to death. Passengers flee for their lives, while the driver also escaped. Anger by the development, the herders accosted the driver, demanded payment for the dead cow. It was learned that the request for payment led to an argument that degenerated into a fight, as the herders allegedly stabbed the victim to death.
Sad one. But let me, Yomi, whilst I'm going to acknowledge a couple of people, somebody's posing a question and you might have to answer that ASAP. Now, Colin Shakaina says, good morning, watching from Oyo State, Ibadan. Colin, yeah, I've been to Ibadan before. It was a nice place at the time. Now, Ataiwo Sheko Sunday says, amen. May Nigeria never happen to us. And then Joshua F. Moses says, please, Mr. Koiki, what time is Mrs. Onichiri coming to the show today? He said he is itching to know, so please, can you let...
She'll be live 8 p.m. later on this evening, and the broadcast will be transmitted by most of the medias that are running the Yoruba self-determination. So 8 p.m. tonight, she'll be live.
Okay, so Joshua, I think that is good enough for you. All right then. Now, let's go back to Yomi for the rest of the stories making their rounds. But another time is fast spent. Okay, before that, Dalet Sparrow says, we'll all try to this Fulani country, Nigeria. Please, let Yoruba nation be for God's sake. Yoruba nation, no going back in Jesus' name. Amen. I think the prayer this morning is a lot. Okay. Yes, so now, Yomi, over to you.
Well, we go straight to the social media. Mr. Macaroni, very popular skit actor, has just posted some 19 minutes ago, just as we were discussing about the PVC. A lot of Nigerians are, registering for that, and that's also, a record about what he's saying here. INEC has recorded over 10 million plus fresh voters, and more are still registering. Nigerians who have never voted before are willing to vote now. No one knows for sure how things will go in 2023 election, but you can't deny that a lot of Nigerians are now awake. So you can see that a lot of Nigerians are still getting their PVC, but the question is, who are they going to vote for when we take out the language, which is English, from Nigeria, as we know? Let me take a look at one or two more, and then we're going to come back again to you in the studio of what is trending this morning. Also, Henry Shield, at Henry Shield. So when are we having the first debate between the presidential candidate to know who is to lead Nigeria out of the Buhari's mess? And the last one before I end this broadcast this morning, hashtag Freemazi Nnamdi Kanu is not a problem of Nigeria insecurity and the economy bankruptcy. This is Star Radio UK, your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London.
Yes, listeners, the updates from Nigeria comes your way every weekday from 11 o'clock, and we'll be having Mr. Olaimi Koiki doing that all the time with you. Joshua says that yes, he's okay. Thank you very much, Joshua. Kwasin Mola, he said even when I went to Western region in Ghana, you can never see cow crossing road anyhow. Okay, so he's talking about the herdsmen issue that seems to be going on. And I think that the government has to do something, and the various governments have to put their foot on the ground to make sure that the citizens are protected. The herdsmen, yes, we need proteins, we need all those stuff, and they need to have a corridor for them. Create something. Let us have a sit and talk. But when it comes to the fact that you run your heads through the road and somebody's run them down, and you say because of that you stop the person, say the person should pay for it. Go to the insurance companies. What about that? Well. Somebody said that the insurance companies even work there. No, we're not very sure. Yummy, before you go.
Well, stay tuned to Archie for the rest of the program. I'll be back again same time tomorrow as usual. And I say, once again, this is Star Radio UK. Bye for now.
Bye-bye. Okay, listeners, that was Mr. Olaimi Koiki.
All right, I gotta have to turn off the camera for now. We'll come back later on. Have a very good morning to everyone that have joined us. We appreciate, and we hope we've been able to do justice to the conversation again this morning. So I'm going to go and rest and prepare for our show that will be bringing transmission with Chief Mrs. MKO Abiola Mudukwe Onitiri. Bye for now.